Good morning, world. How you doing? How you been? Today is Monday, May 6th. May is a beautiful month. I love the month of May. Not just because the very sweetest child that I know of, my own daughter, was born on Mother's Day. So May 11th is her birthday. That's not the only reason why I love the month of May. I love the month of May because of this beautiful sunshine, this beautiful greenery, and the flowers are starting to come up and bloom and bud, and it's just a reminder of new beginnings. Beginnings are wonderful. Beginnings are easy. It's easy to begin again. And so many people want a new beginning. So many people want a fresh start. But successful people are consistent people. Successful people have tenacity, the ability to stay. And that's the path that I'd rather be on. It's a path of success. New beginnings, they're wonderful, they're beautiful, and sometimes we need them. But do not neglect consistency and just staying there, which isn't easy. Last night I was talking to a young woman and she had seen my video and she says, Danny, I like the video, but it's hard. You said happiness is a choice, but it's not always a choice. And and I said, well, for me, I believe that happiness is a choice. And anything that you choose to do is not always going to come easy. Sometimes the choices we make in life is hard. It is difficult to do the right thing. From my understanding and my belief, it's easier to do the wrong thing. It's easier to go into a bar and order a drink and keep ordering drinks until you're just so sloppy drunk that you're falling all over everybody else and yourself. It's harder to say, I'm going to just have one drink and that's it. For me, though, having no drink is easy because I don't drink. I like my classic Blue Dolphins, and that's my go-to drink of choice. I love me a Blue Dolphin. I order Blue Dolphins quite often, no matter where I go. The sun is glaring in my eyes, so I'm squinting a little bit. Some people know what a Blue Dolphin is, others don't. Sometimes when I order a Blue Dolphin, it pisses people off. Other times, people are like, yeah, I got your drink. I'm gonna cover Dana, because Danny and Dana, they're both my names. But anyway, I like Blue Dolphins. I'm gonna tell you what a Blue Dolphin is. It's ice water. When I was young, I came home one time. I was unhappy because my mom, she when she was young, she went out, and my mother's very social. And so I was talking to my mom, and I said, I'm very sad today. And she says, why? I said, because people don't like me, Mom. And she goes, why? Why don't people like you? I said, because I don't drink. And she goes, that's stupid. Who wouldn't like you because you don't drink? I said, a lot of people don't like me because I don't drink. I said, Mom, I was out and this guy asked to buy me a drink and I told him that I didn't drink and he shunned me and I felt bad. she, she didn't laugh. I laugh all the time, so that's something. Get used to it. Anyway, so my mom says, I'll tell you what, this is what you need to do. And I'm a sidetrack for just a moment. I like to have real conversations, and what's real for me is my life. And the realest person in my life is my mom. I love my mom. And I talk about my mom often. I think my mom is a very wise woman. I often listen to her. So my mom says to me, this is what you do. When you go out, order ice water with a cherry or a lemon or a lime. Put a piece of fruit in there. And she said, because that way people don't know that you're drinking water. They'll think you're drinking someone else. And I said, not someone else. Ooh, I do like to drink people. Did I just say that out loud? Tell nobody. You didn't hear it. Another thing about me, I'm unfiltered. I just say what I want to say when I want to say it. Things just fall out. And I am extremely sexual. That's who I am. I guess I thought about drinking somebody because a good friend of mine, I looked up and he had sent me a message and I was like, ooh, that's anyway, got sidetracked again. Here I am. I'm back. So anyway, I ordered the Blue Dolphins. It's ice water. And people do not judge me when I'm out and I order a Blue Dolphin. Some bartenders know that it's water. Others don't. Blue Dolphins have been ordered by a lot of people so often that they have made a drink. So, you Blue Dolphin drinkers and orderers, be careful. They've made a drink called a Blue Dolphin. I don't know whether it's tasty or not, but, I just get my ice water with a piece of fruit. Now that I'm mature in my age, sometimes I don't even get the fruit. I'm like, screw you. I don't have to allow you to define me. And if you don't like me because I don't drink, that's your problem, not mine. I went out one time. It's warm out here. I'm going to take off my sweater. I went out once, and this man was talking to one of my girlfriends. And he was buying her a drink. A lot of ladies like to go out and they like to have men buy them drinks. It's their thing. It's what they do. I personally don't like a man necessarily buying me a drink, not because I don't drink, but because a lot of times when a man buys you a drink, he thinks he has purchased you for the night. No. You don't own this. You haven't purchased me for the night. You purchased a drink because you wanted to. Don't start stalking me in the club. And that's another thing. When I was going out, I always got a stalker. Early in the evening, someone just would not leave me alone. And then I'm just stuck, fellowshipping and fraternizing with this one person. But that is better than getting no attention at all. So I digress. That's something to be grateful for and to choose to be happy about, is that somebody is paying you some attention. Because there have been nights I've gone out and nobody's paying me any attention. That's a boring night. Then you have to make fun for yourself. That's why a lot of women will just dance with the girls, because the fellas in the club be acting strange. They just stand around and watch the dance floor. When I was younger, the guys asked girls to dance. What is going on these days that the guys don't ask women to dance? They just watch them. I don't know if that's because now the women are bending over and twerking and dropping the booty like it's hot, and so that's something exciting to watch, or if men have just become cowardly and they just like, well, I don't want to be rejected, so I'm not going to ask a woman to dance. And that's something that I learned when I was 21 years old. I've learned a lot of life lessons from people like anybody else. Friend of mine, I'm digressing again, and I'm sorry about that, but this is a point I need to make. I went out with a friend of mine, and this guy asked me to dance, and I said no. And another guy asked me to dance, and I said no. So she pulled me to the corner. She said, listen, we came to the club to dance. So when a guy asks you to dance, you dance. It's not a marriage proposal. You don't have to be committed to this guy for life. It's just a dance. So dance. I said, okay. So going forward, at that young age, from then on, if a man asks me to dance, I dance. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do. I dance. So, ladies, stop messing the fellas up. Stop making them feel like you're going to reject them. Because you there for their attention, too. That's why you put on all that makeup and you did them brows and all that. Them heavy brows be looking crazy, but y'all do it. Them fake eyelashes be looking crazy, but y'all do it. The lip lining, a lot of people think that looks crazy, but we do it. Why? Because we want attention. So when they're giving you attention, honor that, reward that, dance. Hopefully that'll change the atmosphere in the club. We'll see what happens. So anyway, getting back to the blue dolphins, I drink the ice water, and that's all that it is. And I love water too. It keeps you hydrated, so don't forsake the water. I stopped. I laughed because I was thinking about something, and I'll do that a lot too. I have these thoughts. I am genuine. I'm kind of sickening with my happy, and I get on people's nerves sometimes. Some people, they like it because it's kind of infectious, but other people are like, why is she so freaking happy all the time? Yes, you can be insulted because you're happy. People gonna talk about you no matter what. They're always gonna talk about you. That's why you gotta live your life for you, because you're not gonna please everybody. There's that expression, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you're not gonna please all the people all the time. And some people are just gonna hate you because you like the color purple. This I know. And that's an experience for another story, but I have experienced some things in this life. And no, I'm not afraid to say how old I am. In these 52 years of life, I have been experiencing some things. Not all of it good, but you learn from it. And I'm going to segue right on back into happiness being a choice. The choices that we make in life are not always easy. Doing the right thing is not always easy. So I said, I told this young lady, when I say happiness is a choice, I sincerely mean that. I choose to be happy because I do get down. I do get sad. I do get depressed. I have been walked on, cheated on, stomped on, prosecuted, all of that. I've experienced all of that. It doesn't miss me. It rains on the just and the unjust. We all go through it. I choose to be happy, and I choose not to dwell on the negativity that comes against my life. Nobody is going to live forever. It's appointed to you to live once and die once. I believe that as well. So when negativity hits my life, I laugh. Not necessarily in the moment that it's happening, but when I sit back and I reflect upon it, I find some good in it. I find something to learn from it. I find something of value in it for me, so that I am not defeated by this experience. I need to overcome. I need to wake up, stand up, and be productive, and allow my life to have purpose. When you're not allowing your life to have purpose, it's easy to succumb to sadness. It's easy to give in to grief. It's easy to be depressed. It's easy to blame God and wallow in self-pity. It's not easy to choose to say, okay, this happened to me. I'm not better than anybody else. This touched my life. Okay, I'm going to deal with it. Okay, I'm going along. I'm working hard. I'm doing my job. And this did happen to me, and it hurt my feelings. I got fired because they didn't like me, because they wanted, and this is the first time in my life that I experienced racism on this level, and it really did hurt. They wanted the white girl. I'm a hard worker. Everything I do, if I put my hands to it, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And I need to know that I've added something to the table. That's the kind of worker that I am. I'm diligent and I'm faithful. And I care about how I'm stimulating other people. And I don't like to impact people negatively. I'm not saying that I have not impacted someone negatively. I'm saying I don't like it. I reflect back on it, and I'm like, how could I have done better, made this better? And I'm a strong person, but even in that strength, there's weaknesses in that strength. And one of the things that I have to acknowledge and admit about myself is I am an enabler. I'm an enabler because I'm always concerned about what I've done, how it impacted somebody else, because I don't know the dynamics of that person's life. I don't know if they were ignoring their children, and their children were being rowdy on a bus because, this man had 5 kids and his wife just died, and he's grieving because his wife died, so he's not paying attention to his children. Or if he's just a neglectful parent. That's how my brain thinks. You don't know why this person is being the way they are being. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And if I'm the judge and jury, I look at things and I'm like, you are innocent until proven guilty. That's my approach. And I'm not the only one who approaches life and others like that. But that is my approach. And I think it's a thing that has saved me from being just cruel to people. I don't like cruelty. Don't just be mean. But because I am how I am, that doesn't mean that I allow people to walk over me because I'm an enabler. I know exactly what I'm doing and I know why I'm doing it. And it has upset some people because they think, oh, she's timid. She's gullible. She's passive. She's docile. She's going to let you walk all over her. And I like to call my alter ego Danielle. Danielle's a bitch. And when she wakes up, I get concerned because she's in there. And you can stimulate me in a way that Danielle wakes up. Danielle loves Danny fiercely. More than anybody else in this world, Danielle loves Danny. And I will stand up and I will tell you exactly what we're not going to do. Not today. Mm-mm. You need to be like that and not be afraid to be like that. You need to love yourself so much that your decisions are made on exactly what you want to do. You shouldn't allow yourself to be guilted into doing something or manipulated into doing something, because in the end, it's going to start to fester in you. You're opening up your spirit to ingest something that is very negative and very dark and could have an impact on your life to be destructive. Don't destroy yourself. Suicide is not in my psyche. I was talking to my niece one day, and she said that she learned this in class, she was telling me, and I liked it. She said people have one or two things: the will to live or the will to die. And she said people who have committed suicide have the courage and the strength and the fortitude to die. And people who don't commit suicide have the courage and the strength and the fortitude to live. And I'm one of the living. I have the will to live through adversities, anything. I'm going to choose life. And in choosing life, I'm going to choose me. That's why I say happiness is a choice. Something negative happens to me, makes me cry, makes me feel sad. I'm going to give in to that. I'm going to grieve for a moment. That moment might last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I apply that. I know it's a scripture passage, but I apply that actively in my life. I will allow myself to cry, but in the morning, I'm going to be laughing and I'm going to be smiling and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to get up out of this bed and I'm going to greet this day with joy and gladness. I'm going to rejoice. That's what I choose to do. And that's why I believe happiness is a choice. I'm not going to wallow in depression. I don't know what that is. A drowning man can't save himself. So I'm going to go get out and surround myself with some people. If I have to get up and just go to the ice cream parlor and order an ice cream cone and sit around some people and, people watch, smile at people, talk to strangers, whatever, I'm not going to keep my mind thinking about that thing that made me sad. So, again, I'm almost at 20 minutes. I'm going to end at 20 minutes. Happiness is a choice. And the choices that we make in life aren't always easy. But I beseech you, if you're going to choose anything or anybody, choose you. Have a great day. I'm Danny Daniels. Bye.